Okay, so this is my first proper cooking session with my new Instant Pot, which is the ultimate. So it has this amazing lid, and we'll see how I get on with it in the next few weeks, and I'll do a review once I've seen what it can do. But for today, let's see if it can make one of my favourite recipes from the Instant Pot Duo Crisp, which is cooking a whole roast chicken with potatoes on the side and with a lovely gravy sauce in the bottom, all in one pot. Super money saver. So let's give it a go, keep our fingers crossed, and hope that we're going to be able to have a roast chicken dinner tonight. So this is what you're going to need. I've got a large chicken here today. I've got 3 medium potatoes, I've got 1 medium onion, a carrot, a stick of celery. We've got some lovely fresh herbs to go in the chicken cavity. This is rosemary and thyme from the garden. Clove of garlic for that lovely sauce. Some mustard, I'm using Dijon mustard. Some cider, so that's going to be part of the sauce. And some soy sauce, that's going to help kind of darken down the sauce and give it some nice seasoning, some nice umami, salty flavour. So I think that's everything, but if there's anything extra, I'll add it along the way. And we just have to play it by ear a bit with these new recipes and kind of see what happens. So if you've seen my Instant Pot Duo Crisp recipe that's very like this, the sauce I'm making today is just a little bit different, but it's exactly the same method and you can mix and match. So let's start with prepping the ingredients for the sauce. And I'm going to use my handy chopping device. So when you've got a lot on in life, or you've got health issues, it makes a really big difference to find some gadgets or some little devices like the Instant Pot that save you a lot of time and keep the joy in cooking, maybe give you a bit of fun, rather than rushing around, chopping away with blunt knives, just trying to get it over with. It's like, can it be more fun? Can it be more interesting? So, I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm going to use my chopper for this as well. So you can use this on any kind of soft veg. Chop that. Made that too big. Okay, put those on there. Same again. This is going to make the base for the gravy sauce, and so we're going to be blending this down when we get later on in the recipe. So it doesn't matter if they're a bit uneven, if you're just hacking away. Don't worry, just roughly chop them. The pressure cooker's going to do all the work. And your blender or your immersion blender, if you've got one, will make that nice and smooth at the end. And if you know me, I'm never cooking perfectly. I'm not a chef. I'm a home cook who's had a lot of health issues and a lot of difficulties to manage, and so I'm always trying to find a kind of easier way to cook and a bit more fun, really. And there we go, we've got everything diced up super quick. I'm just loading that up in the garlic press, ready to go, and hope I don't forget, because I often do when I'm doing this. So let's get these into the Instant Pot and start getting it to do its work while we do the rest of the prep. Okay, so let's get the Instant Pot on Sauté high. Sauté, we've got all kinds of levels with this one. Let's see, temperature goes up to 6. So I'm going to put it on about 4, see how that goes. Click start. Okay, so we'll get some oil in there for the sauté. Yeah, that sounds pretty hot to me. Yeah, I've just adjusted the temperature down to 2. If it's too hot, that mine is a little bit too hot, you can just lift the pot away from that heat that's coming out. It's going to beep at me, tell me to put it back, but we'll let it cool down for a minute. Away from the heat. What I don't want to do is get these all kind of browned. I just want them lightly sautéed. And just remembered, it can be really good to put a little bay leaf in the sauce just to give your gravy a bit of flavour. And now I'm going to add some liquid. So I'm going to be adding cider today. You could use stock or white wine, all of those are good. So I'm going to add, at this point, this whole can, but let's see how much it actually is. It's 1 cup. It's about 1 3/4 cups, 330 mils. That's going to be our liquid for pressure cooking. Add a little bit of soy sauce. This is going to help season up. And then I'm also going to put in the mustard. About a teaspoon of Dijon. And now we are ready to put the chicken in for stage 1 of the cooking. Now, the Instant Pot Ultimate doesn't come with a very handy trivet, so I'm using one from my Instant Pot Duo Crisp. Oh, do you know what? I've done exactly what I said I'd done. I've forgotten to put the garlic in, so I'm going to put that in now. So let's get the chicken in and just see how I need to line it up. I'm going to put the chicken this way so the drumsticks are kind of facing the edge of the trivet. And I'm going to have the chicken as far as possible towards this front end because I want to put my potatoes in later down this side. And this has got a lot more space than my Duo Crisp, so that should work really well. But will this come down and dig into the chicken? Let's find out. Oh yeah, that's okay. All right, so lid down, we seal it up. That's the sealing mechanism on the Ultimate. And what we're going to do for the first stage of this is I'm going to cook it on pressure cook high for 10 minutes. So it's very different on the top, this one. Very automatic, not a lot for you to do. And when it pops, it will tell me on the front whether it has gone into cooking mode, and I can hear that it's nearly there. There's a steam stopped, and we've got a warning there, do not open lid. So we know now that it's come to pressure and it's going to start cooking down for that 10 minutes, first stage chicken cook. So while the Instant Pot is doing its first stage of cooking, that gives us time to do the rest of the prep, which in this case is just getting the potatoes peeled and ready for parboiling. So let's get that done. So that's the potatoes all prepped, and I'm going to just give these potatoes a quick rinse and give them a quick soak while the Instant Pot is doing its first stage cooking in a similar way as we do with chips in the air fryer, just to kind of get rid of some of the starch and give ourselves the best chance of getting some crispiness when we get to that air fryer stage. So here it is, going into quick release, do not open lid, and there she blows. So all done on this one without any intervention from you. Now we'll just wait for it to get to the depressure point. Do not open lid. And it's about to happen, I think. There it goes. Okay to open lid. So for this pressure cooker, we open the lid here. Just pull this across like that. Pop it open, and there is the first stage of our chicken done. I'm just doing it for 10 minutes this time because I'm going to spend more time in the air frying section to get it nice and crispy. I did it 15 minutes on my other recipe, so again, this is just a trial. Hopefully it will work. I always use instant read thermometer to make sure the chicken's cooked, so I can take chances like this. And now we're going to get the potatoes in for their parboiling stage. That's that done, and we're going to go back into pressure cooking. So same lid, get that closed. We're going to give that another 5 minutes on pressure cook, and that will really get the chicken well along to cooking. And then we're going to finish it off with an air frying stage. It's very exciting, isn't it? Oh, there goes the quick release. While that second stage has been going on, I've just been getting the rest of my veg ready. We're going to have some broccoli, leather stalks, some carrots, and now the quick release is done, and I've just got the signal that it's okay to open the lid. So that's the parboiling section done. I'm just going to check these potatoes to make sure they're parboiled. Yeah, they're nicely parboiled now, so in fact I need to be careful not to break them up. The chicken is looking pretty well done. Let's just do a quick temperature check at 15 on this. It shouldn't be quite done yet. We're looking for 74, 165 in a thick part of the bird. Actually, do you know, this has already reached temperature. So this has cooked really quickly. Nonetheless, we're now going to do the air frying stage. I'm going to take these potatoes and just brush on some oil and season them. And then I'm going to do the same for the chicken. I use this stage to just give it a little bit of oil or butter, and also to put some sea salt on. Okay, so this is the pressure cooking lid. So the Instant Pot won't let me air fry while this is on. And to get this into an air fryer, we need to release this part of the lid and remove it. So we do that by pressing this red button at the top. And we're going to hold on to this ring using an oven-proof glove. Super simple, just pops off. We can just put that to one side, and now we have the air fryer exposed. Put that lid down, lock it across. Okay, so we now get this into the air fryer mode. All the air fryer buttons are down the right hand side. Air fryer, let's see if I want to change the temperature. Let's put it on 190. 15, let's put it on 10 minutes first and see how that goes. Enter and start. And straight into preheat, and off it goes. And while the air fryer is finishing off everything, I'm going to take the opportunity to get my veg cooked. So this is the only extra pan we'll be using, and that makes it a really economical dish and not much washing up either, which is always very good news in my books. Okay, so we're just coming up to the last few seconds of that 10-minute air fry, and we're going to have a look and see how things are getting on. Release that air fryer lid and raise it. Oh, yeah, that's looking good. Let's give those a bit of a stir around. Get some of the under roasted potatoes on the top. Okay, so I just had a battery fail on the camera, but you can see I've brought some of the uncrisped potatoes to the top, and also I've moved the little foil parcel round to the other side of the chicken, so both sides of the chicken get a bit of air frying. So let's give that another 5 minutes. That has another 3 minutes, so I'm just going to have a check. I would say the potatoes will be happy to have more heat, but the chicken's nice and crispy and brown. So if this happens to you, just choose to protect the one that's starting to get overcooked. So I'm going to put a bit of foil over the chicken. Still like the potatoes to have a little bit longer. Close that up. Off it goes again. Give it its final few minutes. Okay, let's try again. Oh yeah, they look brilliant. That's what we're after. That lovely browning on the potatoes, fantastic. Unshield the chicken. And looking good. These are just amazing. So we're going to wrap those up in the foil, keep them warm. Let's take out the chicken and let that rest. And what we've got there is those lovely carrots and celery and onion all cooked down with chicken juices that have been running in there to make the most beautiful base with the cider and the mustard. So we're just going to add a bit of extra water to that. I'm going to use my immersion blender, but I will first remember to take out that bay leaf. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, there it goes. And now we're going to just add some thickener. So I'm going to put the Instant Pot now back onto Sauté. Sauté. Oh, it's telling me off because I haven't put the pressure cooker lid on there. So let's do that. So you'll see it's pretty foolproof in terms of whether you've forgotten to do something. That's the other side of the pressure cooker lid. More familiar if you've had an Instant Pot, but it goes on this way. And there's just this little handle there. There's a little tab, and then it just clicks into place. All done. To the gravy. So we're going to put it back onto Sauté now, and it will let me do it this time. Let's have a taste actually. Oh, that's good, but it does need a bit of soy sauce. Give it that salty, umami sort of flavour, which I really like. And then I'm going to use some white pepper. You can of course have this sauce as it is, but if you want it slightly thicker, a little bit more maybe, we love our gravy, I'm going to use just a little bit of gravy granules. And one of my subscribers said the other day that when chicken's made in this way, that it was just more chickeny. And that's exactly how I find it. The chicken tastes chickeny, the sauce tastes chickeny, and it's because all the flavour's being kept in this closed pot much longer rather than kind of roasting off into a big oven. So there we have it, the finished dish. The roast chicken has come out perfectly. The roast potatoes are crispy and delicious because I've already tasted one. And just look at this gravy. It is gorgeous and it's super, super chickeny. So if you've just got the Ultimate like me, it looks like it's going to be a great device. Lots more testing to do. As I learn how I can cook with it, I will of course share it with you. And in the meantime, if you want to see some more Instant Pot Duo crisp recipes, take a look here and I'll see you over there.